Hi, my name is Saraswati Hillis-Ericksen, and I live in Hot Springs, Arkansas. For the last 5 years, I have been working toward the goal of being selected as a delegate with the Sister City Student Exchange Program to go to our sister city in Hanamaki, Japan. When I first learned students had the opportunity to go to Hanamaki and that I had the possibility of going myself one day, I knew that I would do everything I needed to for a chance to become a delegate and go with them. I heard about the existence of this program in the 7th grade. Even though I knew I was still too young to even apply, I started to gather all the information I needed so that I could apply once I was old enough. Thankfully, I only had to wait 1 year. The 8th grade was the first year I was eligible to go, and I applied. They loved my essay, they loved me, but they turned me down. They turned me down because I was still young and could always apply later, and that if I were selected, it would displace someone who was graduating and didn't have another opportunity to go. I won't lie, I was pretty disappointed, but I was determined to try again. The next year, I decided to bide my time. I didn't want to be turned down again because I was too young, so instead I tried to be patient. Trust me, it wasn't easy, but I wanted to give myself the best opportunity I could, so I waited. My next application was when I was in the 10th grade, and it was a rough year. All through the school year, I had illness after illness and injury. As a result, I racked up quite a large number of absences and tardy days. It was a rough year, to be sure. Because of this, my application was once again turned down. This time because of concern for my health, physical strengths, and they were worried that I didn't have the overall endurance required for such an adventure. By then, I was pretty worn down. This was January of last year. Then February brought even more illness. The flu raged through my home, and before it left, it took my mom with it. After a week of the flu, she developed pneumonia, and on February 19th, she died. Last year was the worst year of my life. I was 16, and suddenly had to learn to go on with just my dad and myself. I knew I couldn't give up, and I somehow managed to finish the school year still on the honor roll. My mom, Vicky, was such a strong support for me and for my family. She was beyond amazing. She was a scholar, a writer, teacher, artist, artisan. Most of all, she was my biggest cheerleader. But on top of all of that, she was a world traveler and always pushed me to reach out and explore everything the world could bring me. She helped prepare me for everything Hanamaki and everything Japan, from collecting antique kimonos to researching Japanese culture and history together, or even experiencing fantastic Japanese cuisine. My mom helped me experience as much of them as I could without leaving Hot Springs. This year, I applied again, and at last, I was selected to be a delegate and have the opportunity to represent my family, my school, my city, and the U.S. Now I just need to raise money to actually go. But when my mom passed, she took with her 40% of our family's income. My dad is a service-connected disabled veteran. He just reached 70 years old. With my mom's income, we were able to keep afloat, but now we're going backward every month. My dad is doing everything he can to keep the ship righted, so to speak, but these extra expenses are more than we can manage ourselves. That's why I've come to you. I've come so far, but to have any chance of realizing my dream, I'll need your help. First, there are a couple things. I need to submit a mandatory deposit of $500 to the exchange program by March 1st. I also need to get a passport. That's another $220. The passport application needs to be submitted right away in order to meet the March 14th deadline. Beyond that lies the plane ticket, which is somewhere around $2,500. Then there are other expenses, such as travel insurance, clothing, a few gifts that we're expected to exchange to our host family, and surely more that we haven't thought of. All told, I'll need to raise nearly $4,000. This is a daunting number, but I believe that with your help, we can overcome this last obstacle. Thank you.